Hello everybody and welcome to something a little bit different. This video is going to be focusing on a concept that can be applied to all players rather than just ranked 5s teams. We're going to be looking at warding, in particular warding in patch 5.24. The way you use vision is very different depending on the stage in the game that you are at. As a result, we're going to divide this video into two segments. The first is the laning phase and the second are objectives. Starting with the laning phase. The laning phase will primarily be focused around the yellow trinket. Vision from the laners should be concentrated into entrances to the jungle or along the river to provide more countermeasures to dealing with the enemy jungler. Once the support completes Sightstone, they should find opportunities to move around the map to drop green wards where appropriate as they last longer than trinket wards. Objectives such as the Dragon and the Rift Herald should primarily be controlled by the Scuttle Crab. Laners and junglers should communicate regularly to guarantee control over the Scuttle Crab during the laning phase to attain sufficient vision over these objectives. During this time, deep vision is not a high priority, although due to the vision provided by the Scuttle Crab, you may have a spared trinket ward to drop on enemy camps to help track their pathing and plan for jungle invades. Pink wards are great value for money. After every recall, you should invest 75 gold into a pink ward to ensure that one is available at all times in case you need to replace or reposition your vision. These wards are permanent, so during the early game it is more likely to survive longer if placed defensively in the entrance to your own jungle. If you're not entirely sure where to put your pink ward, here are a couple rules of thumb that you can use depending on what role that you are in. Top laners can pink ward their respective blue or red buff. The mid laner can ward the entrances to the jungle, the bot lane can pink ward the tri-brush, and then the jungler can pink depending on wherever is lacking. Moving on to objectives. Once you hit level 9, it is encouraged to swap your yellow trinket for a blue one as a solo laner and AD carry, or a red trinket as a support or jungler. These can vary depending on the champion that you play, but it can be considered as another rule of thumb when it comes to warding. From this point on, Sightstone and Tracker's Knife should be used to control objectives. Regardless of which objective, do not rely on the individual to control the map. It is important to work as a team to gain and maintain this vision. If you want to take a tower, vision should be invested into your flanks. Pink wards should be placed in areas that are easy to control and contest, while blue trinkets should be invested in getting deep vision and provide you with brief knowledge of the angle from which the enemy is looking to attack from. If possible, it is always good to place a ward wherever the taken tower was to provide you with further vision control of the map. If you want to split push, then vision should be invested in the enemy jungle closest to where the split pusher is. Assuming that your split pusher is top lane while the rest of the team is bot lane, blue trinkets and pink wards should be used to cover the major paths through the top half of the enemy jungle to identify the intentions of the enemy team and prepare for it. If you want to take Dragon or Baron, Scuttle Crab should be taken roughly 1 minute before the objective spawns. This will provide control without having to invest large quantities of valuable wards, and also provides a small movement speed buff to engage or disengage a fight. One pink ward should always be saved for within the pit, while using red trinkets to primarily control outside of the pit. The opposite can also be done, it largely depends on where the enemy is approaching from. Blue trinkets should be used to scout the path to the objective to make it safer for more reliable vision to be placed within the pit. As patch 5.24 in general has less wards than in the past, it is important to be more efficient with your warding placements and develop your awareness by keeping a close eye on the minimap. Being aware of laners that are not visible can help you be safer and avoid unnecessary deaths. That does conclude this short video, and thanks again for checking it out. If you enjoy this kind of content, please let me know in the comment section with other suggestions of what you would like to see in the future. And as always, best of luck on the ladder and have a good one.